Today is Monday, Parashat Pekudei, and we're learning the Mussar from the Chok L'Israel for today. Halbanat Panim, regarding embarrassing another person. Umchane Shemra, or calling another person by a derogatory name. Vamitkabed Biklon Chavero, and somebody who gets honor at the expense of another person's shame. He shows off how much better is the other person, and he gets to be sort of lifting himself up and gets honor through another person being put to shame. So all these type of people, whether it is somebody who embarrasses another, or somebody who calls another person by a derogatory name, or somebody who gets honor through putting another person to shame, all these people, Yordim leGeinom ve'enam olim, they go to Geinom and they don't go up from there. Ve'en lahem chelek le'olam haba, they have no share in the world to come. Ve'em bichlal lo tirtzach, and they're included in one of the 10 commandments, which is do not murder, because these type of actions are similar to murdering someone. When you embarrass somebody in public, or you call somebody by a bad name, or you put him down to shame so that you'll be honored. So all these situations is as if similar to murdering that person. Just like our sages said in the chapter called Perek HaZahav in Masechet Bava Metzia. B'ma'arava, in the west, which means in Eretz Yisrael, b'mai zeirei tfeh, what are they very, very careful about? Be'ezil sumka ve'ati chivara. They're very careful about the red which departs and the white that come instead of it. In other words, when a person's face changes color because he's embarrassed, that's something that the people in Eretz Yisrael at the time that, the time of the Babylonian Talmud, they said Ma'arava in the west, they refer to Eretz Yisrael. People were very careful there not to embarrass people. Leitzanut, now there's another type of negative behavior, which is Leitzanut, and Leitzanut is frivolity, joking around on people and being frivolous. It's one of the 4 categories of people who will not behold the divine presence. And our sages said, anyone who acts in a frivolous way falls in Geinom. Not only acting in a frivolous way, but even sitting in a place idly, doing nothing, even sitting idle. This is considered to be a sitting place of the frivolous. Just like it says in Tehillim, Asher Ish, Asher lo halach ba'atzat rishayim, etc. U'motzav letzim lo yashav, and he didn't sit in Moshav Letzim, in a place of frivolous people. Ve'samich le, and right afterwards, what does it say? Ki im betorat Hashem heftzoo. But rather, he's desiring God's Torah. And what is written after that? Maktiv batre, vaya ke'ed shatul al palgemayim, and he'll be like a tree planted next to a stream of water. Asher piyoten be'ito, give his fruit in time, in proper time. Lo chen harishayim, but the wicked ones are not that way. ואמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה בכל יום בת קול יוצאת ואומרת אוי להם לבריות מעלבונה של תורה. Every day there is a heavenly voice that comes and emanates from Har Choreb, from Mount Sinai, and says, woe to mankind or to people מעלבונה של תורה, on account of their insulting the Torah. שכל מי שאינו עוסק בתורה נקרא נזוף. Anyone who does not occupy himself with Torah is called rebuked. לומר, מנודה, השמיים השם יצינו, as if he was banished from heaven, may God save us. And what this Mussar tells us here at the end of this Mussar, that a person should be careful not to sit idly doing nothing, because every moment is to be cherished and to be used constructively and in a productive way. And one of the very, very high-level ways to use time is to study Torah, to do mitzvot. So if somebody is sitting idly, he's wasting away time that could be used in a way of learning Torah, of doing mitzvot, and that's something that would be very bad for the person to have wasted that time. That's why at the end of the Mussar he says, Oy lahem labiriot me'elbonav shel Torah. Woe to the people for insulting the Torah by instead of occupying themselves with something productive or something learning Torah or something that is involved in mitzvot or serving Hashem. They waste time away just by sitting idly. And the Mussar groups, those type of people who sit idly together with people who act frivolously and joke around and waste away time. And the Mussar began by speaking also about being very careful not to offend anyone in public, not to embarrass him, not to call him by names that are derogatory, and not to put down somebody and shame him in order for the person to show himself as being at a higher level. And this was the Mussar for today from Chok Israel for Parashat Pekudei for Monday. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.